Hi, I'm Dr. J. Moore. Right now, I'm going to talk about my recommendations for what you should do with your macros. Every single day, patients come in, whether this is patients that are working with autoimmune disease, Lyme, parasites, they all want to know, how do I eat? What am I supposed to do to get my body weight under control? And how is it that I gain weight and I'm eating 800 calories? Well, it's because it's not just about your calories, and eating 800 calories is simply not enough. What if I told you with most every single one of them, I tell them to eat more food and they lose weight? Well, here you go. This is what I'm talking about. So macros, that is the breakdown of what you're eating by carb, protein, and fat. And this is key to understanding what your body's doing hormonally when you eat that food. Is it going to just store it to fat, or are you going to use that for energy? Because energy is so key, so vital to being able to go to the gym and work out and get the workout that's going to burn the calories, it's going to get the fat off, right? So carbs, we need about a 20% ratio on your day. So what does this mean? That means that you're going to be using an app, some kind of app that can track how many calories you're getting. And you're going to get a little diagram, and it's going to look like this. And it's going to say, okay, in here we're going to do 20% carbs. All right, so that 20% carb, that's all we need in the day. So that means for me, my favorite sweet potatoes, I'm gonna only get 20% of my diet to have those carbs. Other carbs that I might be getting in is some rice, even sometimes a little bit of bread. So you've got to just be very careful of what type of carbs you're doing, because we also need to pay attention to something called glycemic index. Glycemic index tells us, is this carbohydrate just going to spike our insulin through the roof, which is something we do not want to do. We want to keep that insulin pretty low, because insulin's job is to store fat. It's to grab all that sugar out of your bloodstream and put it into storage for your body. So let's not go and store that. Keep your glycemic index low on the carbs. Protein, we want 30 to 40%, and we want that to be organic. So we want it to be farm raised, organic type proteins. So don't go out and just buy your meat from anywhere. Don't get garbage meat. Don't get garbage nuts or garbage anything else that has all these chemicals and pesticides on it, because that's going to create inflammation. It's going to slow down your body's ability to metabolize, because your liver and everything else is going to be worried about those chemicals. So get your organic proteins. My favorite being a steak. I love steak. I'm a Midwest boy, so I like to eat my red meat. I like beef. But again, here's the percentage of my diet that can be. All right, so we got our protein. And then lastly is fat. So fat for my patients' diets, a lot of times we're going to be in the 40 to 50 range. Now why? Because if we are learning to burn ketones, ketones have shown to be a better fuel source for the brain and the body. It is cleaner, it does not increase insulin, so it does not bring up that insulin response, which creates inflammation in the body, or at least ages it more rapidly, right? So when we're not raising insulin, we have a reduced risk of diabetes, a reduced risk of Alzheimer's, that neurodegeneration is reduced. So let's stay a little bit more on the fat, but we've got to do clean fat. So we're not going to be out eating fast food. We're not going to be out getting fried foods. We're talking about getting your clean fat bombs. Can be made from coconut oil. So that clean fat. So what's a fat bomb? A fat bomb is something where you take, at least the recipe I got, it was a coconut oil with a little bit of stevia, with some cocoa mixed up, and you put it into an ice cube tray. You get it cold, and it tastes honestly like chocolate. It's amazing. It tastes so good, and it's clean, and it's not going to spike your insulin. So there you go. And yes, I do know that there are some studies showing a slight elevation from stevia on your insulin, but it's slight, and I'm not using a lot of stevia, and it's rarity, because that is my pleasure every now and then, not all the time. The other places I get my fat from, I put coconut and avocado oils into my food. I'm eating avocado, I'm eating nuts, so that's a place that you can get your fat. Also get it out of the steaks and the meats I'm eating. You can do MCT oils. So there's a lot of places out there where you can get your fat from if you're struggling to get your fat ratio up. And the last thing, this is not a macro, but it has to be said, is sugar. Get your sugar below 20 grams every single day, because what we're trying to do is reduce down things that inflame us, reduce down things that bring up insulin, and sugar absolutely will spike your insulin. So that's just an add-on piece with this. Hope this helps out. This is what I do with people every single day. They all get a little bit of a different ratio. They all get a little bit of different suggestions, but this is something that's going to help out. This is something that's going to get your body feeling better, and you're going to be able to lose weight. And if you still desire to become more fit, you can definitely become more fit on this because you're getting plenty of protein in. Hope this helps.